Hi guys, how are you? So today in First John 4:16. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in him. So I feel that, sometimes Christians or just anybody, they blame God for a lot of stuff. And therefore they make a decision to not care for him, not care about who he is, and they think it's his fault. But it's not. He gave us a free will. You can make whatever decision you want, but you're on your own. People do a lot of stuff, sometimes crazy stuff, and then they wonder why bad things happen to them. You're the one that chooses to go to certain places. You're the one that chooses to do certain things. You're the one that chooses the music and all that you entertain yourself with. You're the one that chooses your friends. And again, any chance you give the enemy to hurt you, he's going to take advantage of it. So if you're struggling with something, maybe you were born in a family that there were addictions, or your parents would struggle with their issues. Maybe you lost someone that you care for a lot, and you wonder why, why God, why take that person? It's not God's fault. He wants the best for you. He is love. He sent his only son that had no sin. We're the ones that are not perfect. We're the sinners. We make mistakes constantly. We hurt someone. But he said, I'll die for them out of love. That person didn't die because he wanted to be mean to you and hurt you. You're not in a home where there's abuse or alcohol or whatever because he hurts you. We make decisions. Your parents made wrong decisions. So therefore, you're now involved in it. But I'm doing this video to tell you that you can stop this right now. If you were born in a family where there was alcohol or abuse or drugs, you don't have to be part of that. You can stop this now. If you want to get into this mind that, oh, well, you know nothing else and this is all I know, then let's say you get married or have a baby. You're going to pass that to that generation. And then your kids will struggle through life. You can stop it now. If you see God, he will help you overcome whatever you're struggling with. Even if it was depression, maybe your parents had, problems with depression. If you seek God, he will let you overcome anything. And if you need to, if you get to know his word, he'll show you. If you ask him, he'll show you. Because sometimes you may be dealing with something and you don't even know what it is. Let's say if it's financial. These are things sometimes that are curses from years ago within your family. Maybe somebody made a wrong choice. If they were not seeking God and they were just living life like whatever, I'm sorry to tell you, but the next generation pays for it too. And there's people out there that do a lot of research. And you can learn how your ancestors, they lived a life that maybe was not good. And they made decisions. Therefore, those things, those are curses. They go into the next generation. So if you're dealing with something now, stop it now. So it doesn't go to your kids and the kids of your kids. God is true and he is love. And he loves you. Why would he send his only son to die for us if he didn't love you? He doesn't want you to suffer anymore. He wants you to have a good life, where you're free, where you can be yourself. And another thing I wanted to mention is because that's, I think, one of the reasons why I struggle, because a few times when I was little, I would be in church and I would just pray to God for Him to show up and for Him to let me feel His love. And maybe because back then it didn't happen for whatever reason, I don't know why. I felt like maybe He didn't love me. And even growing up, now that I'm older, I always ask, why do you show that person your love? Why don't you show me your love? I know you love me. The word say you love me. The Bible say you love me. But you know what? I'm not going to go that path. Some people say that, you have to have an experience with God to show His love. You have to have that encounter with Him to really talk to someone. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. Because I have not had an encounter with Him like some people have. But I believe deep in my heart, and that's where the faith comes, that He loves me. And even if I live my life not having that encounter with Him, I'm still going to live for Him. And I'm still going to believe that He loves me. Because He does. And yes, I can share this with anyone. But it doesn't mean that I'm not seeking that encounter. I pray and I will continue to pray. But I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to let it hurt me. And I'm not going to allow myself to think that I'm any less than somebody else. Because He loves us all. And He still sent His only Son to die for me. So, just keep digging in. Just keep digging. Everything, He has a perfect time and a perfect plan. That's another thing. Why sit here and say, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? His thoughts are higher. His plans are better. I don't care. It's about Him. It's what He wants and how He wants to do it. And I'm pretty sure whenever He does, it's going to be amazing. So just keep seeking God. Don't let yourself get down. Just trust Him. I'm learning to trust Him more and more. And it's going to be great. So thank you for coming back. You guys have an amazing day. God bless you.